and welcome back to the PC Master channel. Today I'm going to be showing you the best build that you can make, including the monitor, for a workstation-ish. So get ready. This is, by the way, all on £2,000, and at the end of the not at the end, but in the second half of this video, I'm going to be comparing this against other builds that you can buy from other companies. So without further ado, let's get right into this. So first thing we're going to do is our CPU. So I think what we want is very simple. An i9-12900K is very good for us because while you might be thinking it only has 16 cores. It's plenty fast for anyone. I'm not sure what's happening. Anyways, the i9-12900K is good, and the KF is good as well. But Intel's codec on their integrated GPUs is actually really good for video editing, which you might be using this for, but generally not going to be. And then for our CPU cooler, we are going to be using a classic one on this channel. So we just like to use on this channel basically a Liquid AIO. And this is a great one. It's ARGB, it's got the liquid display, the fanciness these days. It's perfect for us. And for the motherboard, I've gone with this option. And it's not just because, it's just at the top and it looks good. I have reasons. It's an ATX B760. The max memory supported is what we need it to be, so 192. DDR5. If you just go and narrow all of this down, it's still there standing. And what's also cool is you also do have this, but in my experience, MSI does have better customer service. So you want to make sure you have that when you're building a PC, and it's not for gaming. So also for the RAM, with Intel, I told you before, but AMD, its speed after 6400 megahertz, they don't really make a difference. But with Intel, they do make a massive difference. So I think the Patriot Viper Venom. I know you've seen this a lot probably, because it's popular on my channel because of just how dirt cheap it is actually. But since we want 7,000 megahertz, and this is the one we find, 7,000 megahertz. I'll stress that again. 7,000. And just in case you're wondering, it's not the only one at this price point. There's plenty here. But if we just put in our criteria, cast latency 32, it is the only one that actually has a price tag. So we do need it. And then for the storage, I know you might be thinking, oh, he loves this one. But I've got to go with the Kingston MV3. Speeds are just way too fast for me to disregard it. It's got to be this one. It's also got 2 terabytes of storage. And I will actually be, at the end of this video, going to be showing you other things that you can add to it. So, for the graphics card, you know how I love AMD for the graphics card because of just how good the price performance is. For this specifically because it's a video editing machine, I'm gonna slightly lean towards a 4070 series. And 4070 Super is what most people might think. Although the TI and the TI Super are not that much more expensive. So we're actually going to be putting a full-on 4070 Ti Super, which is very overkill. But the way I take this is more for 4K video editing. So you're actually going to need a strong CPU, strong GPU. And don't worry, this is all going to fit within our budget. So for the the case, I actually, for another video, I found a really good deal on the Montex Sky 2. If it loads up. Oh, right, okay. So right now, you can buy these for £60. I mean, if you consider the retail price, if it loads, the retail price, that's how much it is now. But if you put MSRP, if it loads ever, and I don't know what, it does not say the MSRP. Oh, here you get £99. It's gone down about $40. It's a great value, and it's just got really nice and clean aesthetic. So that's one. And we've also got to add a power supply, which it's going to be the MSI mag. I've just noticed no competition. This is just the best one you can have. And then for the monitor, it's the same. You're going to have to be doing this one. Actually, there is one. So we want 4K one because of 4070 Ti Super. The refresh rate to us, as long as it's 150, 160 Hz, that doesn't really matter. And we prefer it to be OLED, but OLEDs do get really expensive, so we see. And this is looking like a stellar deal for £309. So that's the one we're adding. Also, IPS is the best out of IPS, VA, TN. But not mini LED. Mini LED is quite good. So that's what we've got so far. 1,910. 1,910. Yep. That's solid. So that's what we've got. But although you might be thinking, how much would it cost to upgrade this one to a 4080 Super, which is what I've done in a previous video. And to be honest, it's a fair point. It's a fair point. And I think it actually is worth it. I know you might disagree. And I don't want to get any hate, but still, but I still want to keep this under the budget as much as possible. So I'll put this at 228, and the best we can do is the i7 12700, a beast of a CPU. Yes, that's what we can do. And with that, that's great. So here we have this. It's a whole setup for £2,000. So now let's see from other companies. So first we'll start with Curry's. So computing. Normally I would do gaming desktops, but in this section, but we don't want them. We just want tower PCs right now. Also, a tower PC is this kind of form factor. But since Curry's, they don't actually sell really good tower PCs. I'm actually gonna cross this out and do any PC, but it's fine. Also, a great deal here on the iMac. It's one of the best things you can get, but the Mac Mini is even better. So we'll do an i7 here, and then if we can, on here. Wow, so this is the best we can do. So I have to lean over to the gaming desktop section. Didn't want to, but I have to, because they don't make good ones. And since we have a 4080 Super here, we are actually good. You would have an insanely good build if we had this. And the processor is got to be an i7. I mean, it's the one that we've custom designed, not custom. So let's see. So these are all i7 14th gen, which I mean, ours can count for. If you take this for example, yes, it's got 4080 Super, and yes, it's got 2 TB storage. But if we look at it, if we view product, for example, if we balance out everything, it's just the same as our one. Because trust me, and actually ours is better because ours has got future proofing. And it says 32 GB of RAM here, but it says here it was 16 GB of RAM. So if we look at specifications, it's only got 16 GB of RAM. Ours completely destroys it. And so I think that ours is about the same balanced. But how do we say this nicely? I'm trying to figure out how to say this nicely. I actually would take this one out. It's not easy. They're over £1,000 more expensive. you're getting scammed so hard. You need to make sure that you do not get scammed like this, okay? £1,000. It's like, this is like essentially just going and donating 800. You might as well just go instead and just build this, and you can take the £1,000 and get yourself a brand new iPhone 16 Pro, literally, and still have money left over. So you get a PC and the phone. But this, one of the worst deals I've ever seen. Should not get this. But now, heading over to the US side, which I do not have much experience with, because I'm not headquartered in the US. I'm headquartered in somewhere different country. And then for PC, for gaming desktops, which is what we're doing, we're just looking for something specifically a 4080 Super with an ice. Okay, let's start. This one, this is a good one. These thermaltake ones are good. Whoa, this is really. Actually, it's not really good. I mean, considering that we have done something insane here, like if we, let's just change this to an i9, since we actually have the budget now because we got rid of the monitor. You make this a 24 core one. Yeah, literally, it's 1,300 KF, £400, and then it's just still, by the way, all really good. And then if we take this out and this overloads, this is my really bad monitor. I mean, my really bad computer. Anyway, if we swap, so if we put this on there and then you make an i9, you will see the problem. So this is the cheapest option that I can find here. 2599. This is actually sold out, so we can't do that. And that is one of the worst deals I've ever seen. This should not even exist. £3,700. But this is the one I'm looking at. Wait, what? Okay, while I'm on this, okay, for you, I did not want to be on that. This is, oh no. Okay, it's not a good website, in my experience. But if we take this is about the specs that I've got on this one. This is about the specs I've got on my one, but it's about £650 more. Still better than Curry's at £1,000 more. Still, with that, you could get yourself a brand new Apple Watch, and then you'd have some money for AirPods, and then you'd also have money left over. So, it's not a good deal. And finally, let's go to my personal favourite shop. Only because of how custom built they are. And if we put Intel Z7, we'll put a B7. We got an i9 12900KF, which is the one we, I don't know, it was 3900K. Since it's 3900KF, I'll put it as a 14900K. Yeah, that's what makes sense. And then this is M80X, so we need to do that. And for RAM, we need to do the fastest speed they offer. Sadly, they don't do 7200 megahertz as there's an App Store. So I will put it as at 6,000 megahertz, which is unfair, but I can't do anything. And then if we slot it all in, not looking good so far. Looking very bad actually. Yeah. Once I get this. Oh God. God, no. This is better than all of them. £550 more. Outrageous. With this money, get Apple Watch, get AirPods, still have more money left over. These are too expensive. I think we should stop this. Because this is unfair on us. We need to go against these people. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe for more content. And see you again soon.